Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so let me quickly try and introduce you to Zappar, which we say is the world's smartest TV companion app. So, over the last few years, how we lead our lives has changed quite drastically. And one thing which has happened because of that is the way we watch TV and consume entertainment in general is changing. So today, if I were to watch TV right now, I could choose between 750 channels through which I might actually be interested in probably 4 or 5 shows, right? So there's a lot of clutter, there's a lot of channels, and I am unable to find the show which might actually interest me. A related issue is that because our lives today are quite unstructured, irregular, our schedules aren't set, even if I love a show, I find it really difficult to keep track of it, follow it all the time, right? So I might love a show, but I would miss half the episodes. A third issue today is that TV is inherently social. I would want to watch a football game with my friends, but my social groups, my friend circle is geographically dispersed. My friends don't live in the same city as me, may not be in the same country as me. How do I share my experience of watching a live game with my friends without being together with them? In a sense, I'm essentially saying that the simple aspect of watching TV, enjoying myself for a little while, has become slightly stressful. Where does Zappar come in? Well, Zappar, what we've built is a patent pending technology which syncs your mobile device with your television. Okay? And this happens in a completely passive manner. There's no user, you don't have to press any button, open the app, nothing. So there's zero user effort, and the app learns as you have it on your phone. The app learns what you like to watch on TV, learns about you. What do we do with that? Well, first, if you watch a show, the app can automatically remind you when that show is going to air. Okay. It knows what kind of shows you like. So out of the 750 channels, it will give you a shorter list of 10 shows, which it actually knows that you might actually want to watch at that point in time. And these recommendations are completely personalized without you having to tell the app anything. It works passively by syncing with your television. So it knows what you watch and uses that information to identify shows across the entire spectrum of shows which are on air to help you choose the shows you might actually want to watch. The other aspect which this enables is that TV can now be social, because the app knows which of your friends are watching the game at the same time as you and will allow you to talk to them through the app. So now you can actually watch TV in some sense virtually with your friends, irrespective of where they are geographically placed. The third aspect is that TV no longer has to be a passive consumption experience. Because this app knows that you are watching TV, we can enable features which will allow you to actually interact with the program that you're watching. Okay, so if you were, for example, watching a quiz show with Amitabh Bachchan, you could actually play along with Amitabh Bachchan. He could ask you and you could answer questions. So these are features which we can enable on the app, because we can take TV from being a passive medium to an interactive medium. And there's a lot more. So because it's an app oriented around TV, it also comes with standard features such as an intuitive TV guide, so you can browse through all the channels and see what's happening. We have some games related to entertainment in general and TV in particular, with which you can compete with friends, etc. And we also show you cool statistics about, say, how many hours you spent watching TV this week. In essence, all I'm saying is Zappar makes TV much more fun and solves some of these issues which have crept in our lives today. So it understands what you like in a completely passive, unobtrusive manner, helps you discover shows that you would love, helps you watch TV with friends irrespective of where they are geographically placed, and ultimately just makes TV more fun. If you find this interesting, I would suggest you download Zapper. It's available on Google Play, and happy to take any questions.
I'll start off. So, how does it sync with your TV? I know there's patent pending technology there, but can you just take us through how that happens?
Okay, so so because it's patent pending, I can't reveal too much. But at the same time, what it does is it looks at the ambient frequencies around you because the TV is on. While the TV is on, it analyzes those frequencies consistently and uses that. So we have two aspects. One is analyze these frequencies. Second is we have a data center where we're doing the same thing with all the TV channels. And this content is matched in our cloud servers. So
is your mobile phone listening to the audio of it, therefore matching it? Because that seems to be a very interesting part of what you're doing, because I think the most clunky thing about apps like this is that you have to feed it an incredible amount of information for it to give you something back, like my favorites are, my categories are, the shows I watch are, and then it does it. You're saying this is completely passive. You just put this on, you get into the app and it'll do its own analysis. So, for whatever else is secret, leave that be, but if you can explain to us a little bit more how it syncs with your TV and how accurate is it?
Okay, so on the accuracy front, across all our tests, we've got more than 95% accuracy. So over your entire viewership, we would have more than 95% accuracy of what you've been watching and at what time. How it works essentially is, like I said, it understands your ambient frequencies around you and matches that with our systems, with what we have captured at our data center.
Sorry, can you expand on frequencies, because that's a very typical techie word usually used to cloak some stuff. So what do you mean by ambient frequencies? What does that mean?
No, so there are multiple things which can be done. One of which would involve. So essentially, what you're trying to do is understand patterns, right? So when I'm saying frequencies, I'm talking about different kinds of patterns. One of which is going to be audio. It could be video as well. It could be Wi-Fi signals as well. So we could use a combination of these. So in general, I'm clubbing all these together into frequencies. What we have also ensured is that because some of these things, could possibly have issues related to what the app is doing on its own. So we've tried to make sure that in the entire process, at no point do we capture any personally identifiable information. So I was
saying, so it is listening to you as to what else you're doing in the room, right? So other than watching TV, right? Okay, no, but I find it very, very fascinating that that's one of the technologies you use, because I think the make or break of an app like this is that I do not have to put in information all the time. There's no greater nightmare than to tell an app I'm watching so-and-so show all the time. That's terrible. So you're saying that doesn't really require. And what's your user base right now? Number of people that are using this right now?
Okay, so it's not been a long while since we've launched. So on Google Play, which is one of the distribution mediums which we have, I think it's close to 10,000 users right now. But that's just one of the distribution mediums. So we have a number of others. Overall, we expect that in the next few months we should have close to 1 million users.
Okay, all right. Any question?
Well, more of a comment actually. I come from a very paranoid world, so when the second you start saying you're tapping my frequencies, then I get worried. It sounds like my ex-wife actually. It's quite scary. But then the concerns of the security do come in, because this kind of technology can also pick up the frequencies from your Wi-Fi. Then it also means that you're going to be able to watch what's happening on a person's computer.
Sorry?
Can you pick up the signals from a computer, because you're saying Wi-Fi signals?
Can I pick up the signals from a computer?
From a computer, yeah, because it's on a Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Can you also use the same technology to pick up?
No, so the core feature, the core aspect of technology that makes it work is because we're not capturing any content which can be decoded into the content back, right? So the only way this works is if we have the same content captured at our data center. So it's just a matching thing. So because we can capture TV at a data center, we know that you're watching TV, but we can't do it for anything else. So since we
It's not
can't,
if you intend to.
huh?
If you don't intend to.
No, it's not about intention.
Okay.
I mean, it's fundamentally not possible because
Okay.
if content is entirely, I mean, it could be anything. There is no way we could decode that back. That's not possible. What we only can do is see if the content is similar, which we can only do if we have that content already with us.
Okay, so basically I'm thinking that. Okay. Very interesting, I think, I've seen. Any other questions?
Start with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You get a mic there?
Is that there?
Hi, I'm Abhishek.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to know, is there any limitation in the app that, let's say, Tata Sky users can use it and a person with a cable connection cannot use it? So, that frequency matching technology can match frequencies both over these kind of Tata Sky networks
Yeah,
and cable networks.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
the way we built it, it works across cable TV and digital TV.
Okay.
The only thing which we require is that you're watching it live. So if it is recorded content, we can't do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I think that is.
I have a little question on your technology part again. So, like, there are applications like SoundHound, which is there on the App Store, and similar applications. So, what it typically does is, there's a music which is being played. I want to know what music it is. I just switch on the application. It checks it probably with its database or something, and it tells me this is probably the music, and which is most of the times correct as far as I've used it. So, is it on a similar line? That's one first part of my question. The second part is, so does that mean you're 24 hours listening to what is going on around me, so that you come to know that I'm watching TV or not?
Okay, so one, yes, it is similar. In
It
some
works in the
sense.
same
It
way,
is
right?
similar.
True.
It's not the same thing because we need to do it on TV versus they need to do it on a database. It's not the same thing, but it is similar. Right? On the other hand, so one of the areas which the application which we have built around it is about trying to understand your TV viewing. Okay? So we try and intelligently understand at what time what time do you actually watch TV, and use that information to do it as unobtrusively as possible. So it's not that we are 24 hours listening. If
See,
you're saying
each,
that I'm
each
understanding.
one of us in this room probably could have a different viewing time. I
Yeah.
could watch it midnight, someone could watch it early in the morning
Correct.
as a
And the
news.
app learns from what you do and adapts accordingly.
No, the concern here is like if
Right.
you are listening, then you must be storing it somewhere or the other. So my privacy is,
No,
is
so
like
this is what I like to completely stress on it. It's not stored at all in any form which is decodable into the actual content, ever. That is the patent pending part of our technology. We never do it. It's never done in that sense.
Holistically, it's you're listening.
Right. Well, so typically the way, just the last part of it, and I'm sorry for interrupting you again, is you are getting that content from the microphone, right, of the phone.
So there are multiple aspects, like I said. I mean, it's not just that. So we do need to use the microphone, but it is not just that.
Okay.
It's on. Yeah, so I was just reading something on Zapier, and I've heard that you actually pay users for watching TV commercials.
No, we don't. I mean, that was probably the oldest iteration of the app. That was a different product, not this.
Okay, but it evolved from there.
It evolved from that.
I must be missing something. How does it differentiate? Because when you have a television set in a home in India, there are lots of people who watch it.
Yes.
And at all different times of the day. So if I leave my mobile phone at home by mistake,
Right.
and the cook is now watching, and then the driver's so these television sets go on and on and on.
Yes.
So,
I mean, our assumption is that you carry your mobile phone as a part of your body. It's mostly with you and not left around. That is an assumption which is underlying this. Yes.
so you have not dealt with
We
this?
we can't differentiate unless we know. I mean, what you
There's
do.
no
with it.
human frequency that it's actually tracking. That your frequency is not being tracked by your phone. That this is only you and not your
Yeah, but
mate.
at least you could have a button or something in there so I could block it, knowing when I'm not watching the television. I could turn it on when I'm watching the television and turn it off. Because in every Indian home, come on.
But
the
in this
television's
user
not for
case that
everyone.
you're describing, how many times do you really leave your phone behind? I mean, you would panic and come back in 5 minutes anyway, right?
No, but I don't generally watch the television. But when I go to my room and I'm next to the television, the cook's listening to the television.
Okay,
So,
sure.
if I'm not physically, how the distance from
Is this
how
a
far-
headless app, or do I need to activate it when it started, or is it a headless app?
There is an app, right?
So you have to
Just
start it, right? So
yeah,
it's not part and parcel. Okay, so that's another.
that setting is.
Yeah, so you have to activate the app.
Oh, you have to activate the app. That was my
Okay. Did you have a question, or should we?
I just wanted to ask, aren't you putting a big boss in every household now? It seriously sounds like that.
Explain that.
No, I think
You are tracking every frequency.
but my.
So again, just to come back to it, and I'll clearly say, why it is not that is because I have no idea what you're doing, except for the fact that you're watching some show on television, which is revealed only to you, okay? And at your choosing, if you wish to share it with your friends, you can. So I'm leaving you in control. I'm giving you a feature that if you want recommendations, if you want to use the features of the app, you can use this. And if you want the results to be shared with people you choose to, you can do that, right? Besides that, from what we have, there is no way we can understand what you're doing except for the fact that you're watching some show on TV. And that information is also collected in a manner that I cannot identify you as a person, as an individual. All I know is that this particular device is doing this.
And believe me, he's assuring us he's not just sitting there all day just listening to what you're doing personally on his own for sure, right? Okay. Yeah. I'll take the last one.
Is it something like you map the frequency and you get to know that it's Sony TV playing on, and since it's playing at 8 o'clock and your database is that 8 o'clock KBC is on the TV. So is that how you do it?
Yeah, broadly that would be what it is. Yes.
Rohit here. So from what I understand, another assumption of your solution is that when I'm running Zapper on my phone, I'm the only person who's watching it. For example, if I'm watching it with my girlfriend and she is dictating what to be watched on the TV,
yes. So
what the app learns about me is.
It's what you learn about yourself at that time that you let your girlfriend dictate your TV viewing. That's something you learn about yourself, right?
Okay.
I have. Sorry, you.
Yeah. So for a typical TV viewer, how much duration of the app learning process would take for to get some meaningful information for the user?
No, so the recommendations are continuous. So depending on how often you actually watch TV and what if you have a specific pattern, the app will quickly adapt to it and start giving you results from the first day itself. And those results will get better over time. But yeah, given whatever data we have, we will use that to identify some things.
Can you share some light on the revenue model you guys have? It's obviously interesting. Every one of us have a question on your product, but what kind of a revenue model you have on this?
So right now, at least our focus is completely towards understanding, providing this feature set to people. The revenue model itself is something that we're still evolving around. So we'll figure that out as time goes. Sure.
All right, we'll take the last question. You want to use just your lungs, or do you want a mic?
Does this work internationally? Because there's difference of time zones and there's a wider variety of shows on an international platform. So does it only work in India, or it can?
Okay, so right now it works only in India. The time zone itself is not really an issue. It's probably more that the broadcast feed is not always the same in different geographies. So unless we are capturing that as well, we won't be able to identify. So right now it's still focused just on India.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think the number of questions you've got is also reflective of how many people were interested in it. But I have to end by saying that, everybody here is so paranoid about their privacy and everything else. End of the day, this is a great move forward. It's one of those things I said that, new technology that breaks all rules. And like somebody said a few days back to me, that if you want privacy, then there's only one way in a connected world to get privacy is to stop breathing. So I think you should be absolutely fine that, this technology will work. And I find it very fascinating what you have right now. So congratulations. Give a big hand. Thank you.